I went on a date recently where a man asked me what my biggest red flag was. And to be honest, I think it might be this. Okay, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but maybe you feel this way too. Every time I feel a little lost in life, I take a trip completely alone. Maybe it's the avoidant in me, or maybe there's just something about going somewhere where nobody knows you that helps you find yourself again. And whenever I share these trips, I get so many messages from girls saying, I wish I could do that, but I feel like I'd be way too scared. And if we're being really honest, I get scared too. I don't have more courage than you. But this time, I booked a trip to Malta, a country I've never been to where I didn't know a single person. And for the next few days, I'm taking you with me to swim in some of the bluest waters you'll ever see, to explore the beautiful streets of Valletta, eat our way through the country, and figure out what it actually feels like to experience all of this alone. And in the end, I'll share all the things I wish I knew before coming, so if you're thinking about taking this trip yourself, you know exactly what to expect. So sit back, relax, grab a drink, and let's go to Malta together. Good morning, you guys. So I actually landed in Malta last night, which has 300 out of the 365 days sunny. Today is a gorgeous day, so we are gonna go on a boat. Booked this on Viator. I think it was like $40 for 7 hours. I'm a little bit nervous to go on the boat by myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be alone because I have you with me. Let's get some breakfast and let's get ready. I'm wearing these linen pants from Amazon. This top is actually also from Amazon. I have all my gear and stuff here. It's gonna be a great day. Looks so good. I got an English breakfast, got an orange juice, and then also an espresso. So yummy. All right, guys, this is my boat. Hi, how are you?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all
Hello guys from the boat. So we officially made it to the first island. I'm staying on the boat though because I want to go and do the lagoon instead of the island of Grovo. But you guys, I made friends on the boat. They were so nice. I met this very cute couple from Leeds in the UK. I think this is like the most underrated thing about traveling alone, but you can find a seat anywhere. When you're traveling with a group, it's always you want to sit with your friends, but when you're traveling alone, you can sit anywhere. So I ended up sitting in the front of the boat. It was really nice. There was like one seat left and I asked the couple if I could sit next to them. It's been getting easier and easier to make friends on these solo trips. All you have to do is not be scared to make the first bat. So I was like, you know, where are you guys from? And yeah, I had a really good time with them. I love making new friends around the world. This is my little view right now. So we're in the island of Grovo and everybody's loading off onto the island. We are going to Camino and we're also going to Blue Lagoon. And yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Okay guys, we just got to our first stop. We're at the Crystal Lagoon. They brought out a little slide over here. We're gonna be here for an hour and then we're going to the Blue Lagoon, but it looks gorgeous. I'm scared to get in, but I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I got in. It was cold, but it was very cool. The slide was awesome. I made it. It's so gorgeous here. It's definitely crowded, so get here early, but this is my view. Stunning. I rented this little chair right here with an umbrella for 10 euros. Make sure you bring cash because it's cash only. I read that beforehand. It looks great. I'm really excited to be here. All right, you guys, right now I'm gonna go attempt to go swim over there. You have to go from here to over there. So I just swam from that island over there to here. It's really stressful on that island. I have a chair like all the way over there, but it's still very stressful. If you walk through this whole thing though, you get this like little island to yourself. I have somebody watching my stuff. I asked this sweet little boy So hopefully he's doing a good job, but I think he is. And yeah, it's just gorgeous here. I got there's like these little food trucks here on the island. I got a chicken tender, Vita Coco, and a water. I came home yesterday and I just knocked out. I was so exhausted from the tour, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it. It was so beautiful. It was like so beautiful. I had such a good time. Wanted to tell you guys a little story. So there was a cute man on the beach yesterday. It was kind of funny because it was like right when I was about to leave. I think there was like 15 minutes left. And he was looking at me, and I did wear a hat and sunglasses, so I do think it's my fault that I didn't show enough interest. We're staring at each other, and then towards the end when I was packing up my stuff, I just got a little bit shy. So I didn't make eye contact, which I feel like is what you're supposed to do to get him to come up to you. But I did feel like he already had so much time to come up to me. But as I was leaving, we were just staring at each other, and I'm like walking away, He's like, call me. And he was very cute. He had a great body. I was in such a rush because I only had 10 minutes to get back to the ferry, so I was a little bit stressed out about that. I wasn't like super focused on him. He was like on the bottom path and I was on the top path, and he was looking at me. He was like, call me. But I was in such a rush because of the ferry. But all ferry home, I was just thinking, I should have stopped and gave him my number. I really should have. It would have been such a good meet cute, I think, meeting at a beach in Malta. If I see a cute man this time, I'm not gonna be shy. I'm gonna be less shy. I'm gonna just look. I don't know why I've been just shy lately. Like, I'll look at the floor if I think they're cute. But all I have to do, I feel like, is really show that, like, look at them a couple times and show them that I'm interested. But I've just been looking at the floor. Especially when I'm alone, it's just like I feel risky enough being alone that I don't know if I should really be out here meeting men, I guess. But I think I did really regret not giving him my number. So I think that was just the universe giving me a lesson. But today, right now, I'm about to take us to the beach club. So let's go. Here's the outfit today. I'm wearing a tank top from Aritzia. These pants are from Revolve. I like them for you. And then these are the bikinis I got in Sydney. So we are headed to the beach club that my hotel is a part of. So there is admission. If you don't stay at the hotel, I think it's like $30 for a sunbed. But if you stay at the hotel, you can go as much as possible. So let's go have lunch there. Thank you. To take us to the city of Valletta. Apparently it's a very, very cute, beautiful city. The entire city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's actually the capital. Starving, so we're gonna go eat, we're gonna go explore. It's about 4 p.m, so I probably have like 3 hours until the sun sets. We're gonna take the ferry there. I'm a little bit nervous about that because I don't know. I don't really know how the ferries work, but we're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna figure it out with me. So we're going to that city right over there in the horizon. Hi. Is this how you take the ferry? Oh. So I have to take like a bus or something, right? Okay, thank you. You can't take the ferry because of the weather, so I guess it's windy. It's actually quite easy to take the bus, but the times on Google Maps are always wrong, so the bus doesn't really come when you think it's gonna come, so you just have to sit here until it comes. If the bus really doesn't come, we'll call a Bolt. So I waited like 20 minutes for the buses to come. Now we're gonna do 24 minutes. I'm excited. You guys, that was the most insane Uber ride. That was a 10-minute Uber ride, and I was in there for an hour and a half because of traffic. He said the traffic's usually really bad from 4 to 7, so honestly, after that experience, I wouldn't even deal with that. Like, I would just walk. I finally made it to Valletta, so let's explore it for an hour. I just got to the restaurant. They sat me downstairs because it was really full upstairs, so I feel like that's a good sign. So walking around the city was really nice. It was gorgeous, gorgeous little city. There are a lot of hills. Arancini balls. first bites for you, bestie. I'm not sure about this. It's crunchy, but it doesn't have too much flavor. I'll rate it a 4. Yummy. Spaghetti's okay. I think I'll rate it a 6. You guys, I'm a little bit sad that it wasn't that good. I think overall I would rate that maybe like a 5. I would not recommend you guys go there. But you know what? Hey, it happens. You know, we can't have all good restaurants all the time. I'm so sad that I'm gonna go and take myself out for some gelato. This has really, really high reviews, so I'm hoping that the gelato is good. I love this song. Okay guys, we're here. What's your favorite flavor? So the mixture is like a hazelnut and almond. That and the pistachio. Sure. I trust you. I'll take it in a cone. A small one? Thank you. Yummy.
I hope you will like it.
Thank you. Have a good night. Is it good? Was it good? Excellent. Excellent. Okay, he said it was his favorite. So I was like, I gotta try it. Have a good night. I'm trying it, you guys. Top one is pistachio. Bottom one is a mixture of hazelnut and Nutella. Wow. That hazelnut Nutella one is fire. 10 out of 10, you guys. So good. So right now I'm about to check out of our beautiful hotel and check into another one. This one is a waterfront one. Skip this part of the video if you guys don't want to see the room tours, but if you're coming to Malta and you want to know where to stay, here are the room tours. Okay guys, wanted to give you a little tour of the place. I'm staying at 1926 Hotel. They actually gave me a suite, which was so nice. This is what happens when you're nice to the people at the front desk or just in general. But I have this nice little bed. I have a sofa over here, cute little table, this cool view right over here, the sea view. Gorgeous. I feel like it'd be so pretty during sunset. Regina! A little room tour. So you walk in, there is a bathroom right over here. Look at your view. Ah! And this is what balcony number 1 looks like. Wow. I'm not even ready for balcony number 2. This is my lunch and my view. Are you kidding me? How can you have a bad day here? Beach club is here and the hotel is right here and my apartment's like right over here, so it's super easy. Right now I'm about to go to St. Peter's Pool. We're gonna hop into a boat. Okay guys, I have taken my boat. He kind of dropped me off in the middle of nowhere. I'm not really sure where to go, but he said it's down here, so hopefully we find it. Sitting here in this little cave that I found. I walked like a mile to find it, and I'm just sitting here reflecting with life. You guys know I have just been the biggest advocate of going, even if you have to go alone, of solo traveling, and this trip just further confirms it. It's crazy because I think with age you get more and more scared. Like when I was 21, I wasn't nervous about moving across the world and living in Korea, even though I couldn't speak a lick of Korean. But it's almost like as I get older, I get more and more scared to do things. 28 now, and even this trip scared me a little bit. I've never been here. I didn't know what to expect. A friend that I had, she really inspired me. She just lives a very nomadic life. She became a Disney princess in Tokyo when she was like 18, and for the past 10 years she's just been working on ships, living in Tokyo, and she meets her now boyfriend in Tokyo. And when I asked her how she was able to do all of those things, she said that she's just a very spontaneous person, wants to go and she goes. And I feel like that's such an admirable trait. I feel like having the audacity, having cojoneses, and just not being scared of doing the things that you want to do, whether that's change your environment, inner or outer, change the people around you. At the end of the day, if you know you have your own back, it's so much easier to do those things. And if you know that it will all work out in the end as long as you have yourself, I feel like those are just such important qualities to learn, and I continue to learn them every single time that I solo travel. So let's chat a little bit about some of the things that I wish I knew before coming to Malta. If I had to choose, I would not stay at Valletta and I would stay at Slima. I really like both of the hotels, but I'm also glad that I changed hotels because I feel like each beach club is very different. You have to bring cash around. Some places like the boat, they don't take card, so bring those. You have to promise me, queen, promise me that you are going to do that boat tour. The Blue Lagoon can get a little bit stressful, so I honestly recommend going there as early as you can and then not doing the Gravo city tour and just doing the boat one. That way you can rent a sunbed and then you can lay on the bed and just have gorgeous views. I did not regret for one second not seeing that other city just because I feel like I had so much time to see the Blue Lagoon. Once you get to the Blue Lagoon, it can be very stressful. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like a very relaxing type of island, but what you want to do is grab all your stuff and then walk. You can walk towards the other end of the island. There's like another part, a little island, and if you go and you sit there, that is the most peaceful point of your vacation that you will have, surrounded by crystal clear blue waters. Some things that I wish I knew, not before going to Malta, but just taking my solo trip, is that honestly, I think this is the first solo trip where I've made so many friends. Usually I'm a little bit shy. I know that sounds crazy, but usually I am a little bit shy, but I feel like this trip I probably made like 3 friends a day, and it's really easy to make friends. I'm learning that it's easier and easier than you think to make friends. All you have to do is say hi, where are you from? You know, if you're sitting down at a beach chair, look at the other person and say hi. And yeah, even waiting online, you can be like, what did you get? Or, wow, it's very stressful in here. That's how I made a friend at the Blue Lagoon. All in all, I had such a fun time. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on this trip yet again. I hope that this video inspired you in some way or just motivated you to take that trip, change your environment, leave if you need to, and also fall in love with yourself over and over and over and over again. You are the only person that you will have for the rest of your life, so make this a good place to be. I love you guys, and I hope you have the best day ever. See you guys next time.